everyone, it's Lakeisha and I'm back in my husband Johnny's kitchen. Tonight I'm going to make something very quick, easy, and delicious. It's a classic macaroni and cheese. And this is not just any macaroni and cheese out of the box. This will be something that is quick, simple, and yet homemade. To get started, we're going to need the following ingredients: a little bit of pepper, salt, some heavy whipping cream. I usually use about half of a quart. Any kind of shredded cheese that you'd like, you can definitely shred it yourself, or to make it even quicker and more simple, you can buy the shredded cheese that's in the bag. Now, I like to blend my cheeses, but that's your choice what flavors you like. I'm using Colby and Monterey Jack, sharp cheddar, and 1 bag of mild cheddar. Last but not least is the most important, the pasta. I'll be using the corkscrew pasta. I just like the way it looks when it's finished, but you can use elbow macaroni, the shells. Again, it's all your choice. I'm just going to show you the way that I do it, and you can take it and make it your own. So to get started, we're going to grab the pot, put some boiling water in it, and get our pasta on its way and cooking. To get started, I went ahead and put my bag of noodles into a large pan, added water and a little bit of salt to keep them from sticking, and I'm just going to cook this according to the instructions. So nothing special, just going to cook it till it boils until the pasta is nice and soft. So once that's done, then I'll remove it from the heat, but for now it needs to go ahead and boil. In another pan on the stove, in a saute pan, I went ahead and covered the bottom of the pan with some of my heavy whipping cream. And now I'm just going to take a little bit of each of my cheeses because I am blending the cheese. And I'll end up using pretty much all of the cheese that I have. So there's not a particular amount that I'm putting in, but I'm going to put some of each kind of cheese that I have and just take a spoon and mix it together. And I've got this one on medium heat. So as you pour in the cheese, you just kind of want to mix it around so that it can start melting with that heavy cream. And again, as of right now, I just have this on medium heat. And you're going to keep that stirring so that it doesn't burn in the bottom of the pan. Once this starts to melt, this layer, then I'll add some more whipping cream, heavy whipping cream, and some more of each of the flavors of cheese that I have. And again, as it starts to melt, I added a little more of the whipping cream, and I'm going to add some more of each of the cheeses. And just go a little bit at a time so that you don't overwhelm your pan. And you're just going to let it melt together. And it's a process. So I just let the shredded cheese, you can see how it obviously melts in the middle of the pan first, and just keep stirring because you don't want it to burn, of course. As your cheese gets melted, you'll start to notice the consistency where it's not quite liquidy, but it's got a little bit of run to it. And that's when you want to add just a little bit more of your heavy whipping cream so that you can make it so it's a little bit more of a liquid. Of course, you don't want it to be runny, but you do want it to be able to drizzle over top of all of your noodles. I'm going to finish this up, and the noodles are almost done cooking, and we're going to go ahead and I will show you how to put it together. Okay, so as soon as my noodles were finished, I drained them and put them back in the pot, added a little bit of the salt and pepper, just normal all over salt and pepper. You can see it on there. And then I want to show you the consistency of my cheese. That's how you want it to be. So you just add the shredded cheese and the heavy whipping cream over medium heat, and you just keep stirring it until you get a consistency similar to this. So now I'm actually going to put it into my baking dish I have placed it into my baking dish, and now I am just putting the cheese over all of the noodles, and then you're going to want to mix it up. All right, after I drained the pasta, I added the salt and pepper, mixed it up, put it in my baking dish, and poured the cheese over top. Now, your cheese mixture is going to cool off by this point. However, we're now going to place it in the oven on 350 for about 10 minutes or so, maybe a little longer, just depends on your oven. And we just really want it to get soft and creamy again and melt all over those noodles. Once that's done, then I will come back and show you. And then the best part, we'll get to taste it. All right, so after about 10 minutes in the oven, you can see how delicious this has turned out. Oh my goodness, it smells amazing. So I'm just gonna get me a spoonful on my plate here and do a little, oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Mm-mm-mm. So quick, so easy. I think this probably took me maybe 20 minutes. I don't even know if it took me 20 minutes. Just a matter of cooking the pasta and then melting all the cheese with the heavy whipping cream. So simple. All right, let me go ahead and taste it. Here's the moment of truth, folks. Let's see here. Man, this is so creamy. I can't even get all the cheese. Mmm, magnificent. I tell you, so quick, so easy, so few ingredients, and it is homemade. And if you want it to be even more homemade, you can shred the cheese yourself. But that just makes it quicker to have the cheese in the bag. Delicious homemade macaroni and cheese. Again, you can't beat this recipe. So simple. I love it. My family loves it, and I've never had any complaints. I'm Lakeisha here with What's Next in my husband Johnny's kitchen, and I look forward to seeing y'all the next time.